Scott Jensen here. If you had a loved one who had a chronic mental illness or a permanent physical disability or a chronic illness that prevented them from being able to manage their own affairs, how would you feel if the very lifeblood of their cares was going to be interrupted by a funding issue? In Minnesota, we have almost 100,000 PCAs, personal care assistants, and they're providing services for almost 50,000 people who are in need of support for activities of daily life, medication management, sometimes simple things around an apartment or a house such as cooking or cleaning. PCAs can be the lifeline for these folks. And yet, when federal and state funding is in question, these services are at risk. A lot of folks don't realize that counties around the state of Minnesota are really the safety net for a lot of these folks with significant disabilities and chronic medical problems or mental illness issues. And right now, the PCAs are at risk of not being paid. This is a huge issue. This is something that the Minnesota State Auditor can impact on by applying best practices in the terms of a review for counties, but also making certain that there's an awareness and a mitigation of risk for counties when the state auditor does the county audits. These are things where the state auditor role really comes front and center for so many families in Minnesota. This is where I live as a physician on a daily or weekly basis. I have talked with patients who are in desperate need of their PCA services, and I have talked with other patients who are PCAs and desperately want to help these folks. This is a difficult situation, and I think far more could have been done to advocate for the people who need PCA services every day or every week. Thank you, Scott Jensen.